messed.
Now we good. We can just go with it.
All right, we are live, ladies and gentlemen. We are live on the warm up. I'm Ja. We got Ben joining us today. We got Jace. Say what's up, everybody.
What's up?
What is going on?
We're just gonna react, a little bit to what happened the last couple of days with the NBA. It's been a very, very hectic, insane day. There's 2 great games on right now as we speak. But yeah, let's get into it.
Okay, just a little bit of housekeeping. So let's see. We are going to be live on Instagram, YouTube, and X. We should have the comments section open as well for comments. We just went live, so I'm sure it's going to take a minute for everybody to get in here. This is our first live stream since the summer, correct?
Yeah, since
so.
Free agency.
Yeah, for sure. Jace, let's hear from you real quick. Introduce yourself, give a little background.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? I'm Jace Cook. Right now, currently a senior at UNR studying sports journalism. Just trying to get into everything, all sports. I'm currently in the process of trying to make my own YouTube channel with my mom right now. Little podcast. We're both super into sports.
Awesome.
Yeah, whether that's football, basketball, all of it. So just super into it. Yeah.
That's sick. That's sick. That shit gonna be dope. Y'all gonna have to check it out once it's up and going for sure.
Yes, sir. CTC. Cookies and the coach.
Oh, I love it. That's tough.
Appreciate it.
Let me make sure we live on Instagram. Dude, this Pacers game right now, dude, Indiana is playing out of their mind.
Yeah, without 2 of their best point guards too.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah, no, it's.
Hey Ben, post it on Instagram, like a post.
Yeah, I did. Oh, like a post? Yeah, okay,
post.
Are we live on Twitter?
Yeah, we should be. Yeah, it says it's going.
It's okay. Yeah, it's live on Twitter. And then Instagram.
Does it say how many people are on right now?
Yeah, it says we got 1 right now. Should have
2 now
coming in. Yeah, 2 now. Hey, if you're in here, drop a comment. Let us know who you are, and
yeah, let us know your questions about the first couple days about the NBA. Some reactions, what y'all think.
Let's be honest. There were a lot of questions, specifically at 6 a.m. this morning when the FBI some people in, bro.
Oh God, the mafia.
The feds settling down on everybody. I have a feeling we're gonna hear a lot more coming soon. Like it's
guilty. They're all guilty.
Yeah. Well, you guys see the Michael Porter podcast that he damn near admitted to it?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Coach Isaac's in here, and he just
what's up, Coach?
He said, "Why do the Kings suck?" Hey, I'll let Mr. Light the Beam answer that question.
No, I don't think that they don't suck. They're just a little mismanaged. You know what I mean? They hold on to their pieces a little too long. I think this should be a blow it up year for them. My personal opinion. If you watch the Outlook, that's what we thought. They got Levine. They just have like the West Coast Bulls with Sabonis, which I mean, take that with a grain of salt. So yeah.
Didn't help not having him last night.
Exactly. Or Keegan Murray for that matter.
I will say true. I do like the Westbrook pickup for sure. I think that'll serve them well.
Yeah, it's fun.
It served the Nuggets pretty well. I mean, late in season, it shows having a veteran player like that.
Yeah.
Hey, Ja, I don't think we're live on Instagram at the moment.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, I'll do what I can to fix that. But what about here? We'll talk about a little more. So the Westbrook edition. What are y'all's honest thoughts on that, Jace? I'll kind of turn it to you. Oh, we just went live. There we go.
I got it.
Perfect. Yeah. So Jace, what are your thoughts on the Westbrook edition?
Well, I think it's a decent fit for right now. Obviously, not much to account for with just one game. But when you have guys like Zach LaVine and DeRozan, just adding in a veteran with Westbrook, I mean, you saw how he was with the Nuggets last year. He's just a hard-nosed guy. He's gonna get those hard-nosed rebounds. He's gonna compete. And so I think with a struggling team in the past few years, like the Kings, just having a guy that is just going to put the head down and compete, I think is a valuable asset. But I think there's still some pieces missing with that Kings team. So
Yeah.
No, I 100% agree with that. I think it'll be fun. Like, I like that, any court that has Westbrook on it, it's a good court, man. Like, he's just a
Yeah.
true competitor.
right.
He's a great vet, and I still think he can provide a
He's
lot.
not
But
gonna
yeah,
cheat the game. He's not gonna cheat
no,
it.
he's not.
Yeah.
He ain't betting on his under.
Oh, bro, Obi just wedged you to 3. Oh no, that
What's the
is
score of
terrible.
that game?
It is 118 to 115 Indiana.
Mm.
So still a little bit to go.
Let's see. Coach Isaac again will be Sellers.
Oh, I took it with my fault. Oh shoot, there we go.
Will be Sellers and the deadline for sure for a playoff team and hopefully get some good picks. Yeah, I mean, for y'all, I think if y'all could get off DeMar, he's probably not worth a first at this stage of his career. But if you get some seconds, unfortunately, I think the only true value, like from a first round pick standpoint, might be like Keegan Murray, who you just extended, maybe Keon Ellis, and maybe Levine on the right team. But I don't think Levine is probably first round pick, depending on how good the protections are, though. So there's
Yeah,
that.
Facts.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into. Hold on.
Yeah, that's my OKC roommate. Yeah, that Mitchell just scored a bucket and the foul, I think. Yeah,
He's been playing good.
Oh man, and one with the left. That's nice. Okay,
let's get into the first my big first what if that's gonna hurt my my friend Ben out a little bit.
All right.
A game
Ooh.
that coming into it, it was super hyped up. We got year 3 Wembenyama. We got first game Cooper Flag, first game Dylan Harper, first game of like 80s tenure. Like this is 80s team now. And what we learned is that Wembenyama, all the off-season training, the Shaolin monks, the Kevin Garnett, the Hakima Dream, he decided he's the best player on the court anytime he's on the court. And it was a very, very loud statement. To be honest, to be quite frank, 80, in my opinion, is one of the best defenders in the league. And Wemby made him look like he was nothing. He was bullying him, making shots. He had just a different type of mentality. He looked like he was ready for the season. And yeah, so what's y'all thoughts on Wemby? Like,
I mean, well, even when he looked like he was getting, clamped up per se, he just found a way. He found a way to get those tough buckets, and he's like you said, he's an alien, man. I mean, it's crazy to watch what he's doing.
Yeah, I came into the game last night and I went to my roommate and I was like, man, this is gonna go one of two ways. Either Wemby's gonna drop a smooth 40 or he's gonna be held to like 20 and the Mavs will win by like 5 to 10 points. And it ended up going the first way. And I will say, like, we've never truly seen anything like this before.
No,
we've never seen a 7'5" player play this way. Right. So it is absolutely insane the way that he played last night. I was obviously disappointed with the outcome, of course, since I'm a giant Mavs fan. But you have to just respect the greatness that is Wemby at the end of the day. Like, I can't sit here and deny that. He is absolutely fantastic. Yeah. Now, on the Mavs side, there's a lot to unpack. You could easily, as a Mavs fan, like overreact to that and be like, oh, this is going to be kind of how things are going to go offensively all year. I don't want to go there just yet, simply because Cooper Flag's playing point guard, which, it's an interesting experiment, but I don't think that's where he's going to finish at the end of the day. I ultimately think this will end with D'Lo getting those minutes at the 1 and Flag sliding to the 3. But offensively, things just looked packed last night. I mean, just no spacing. No ability to get a clean look. It was just, the Spurs had them in a body bag the whole night, unfortunately. But yeah, just hats off to Wemby, man. He played unbelievable.
No, yeah. Before I get into like the Maverick side of things, I think it's like important to note that like in the NBA, I feel like there's like these very monumental times where a player or a superstar really takes that next leap. Um, like LeBron in his like third year taking the Pistons with Chauncey Billups, lol, to 7 games, right? You have Curry going off in Madison Square Garden, right? You have Shea winning these must-win games in the playoffs. You have Luca dismantling the Suns. You have every generational great has these moments where you just sit back, you're like, oh, this is a coming out party. And I think last night was Wemby's, like, we all knew Wemby was great, but I think that
Yeah.
was Wemby's, like, when we look back, like, oh, yeah, everything we needed to know about Wemby was in this game. And the crazy part about it too is he does it on both sides of the floor. Like there are so many times the other players blow past him, but they're so afraid of him missing. They don't know how to make a layup. They don't know how to make a jump shot. Like these are NBA level players. Like these are good basketball players, and he's making them think not twice but 3 times about every decision they're doing. Let alone he gets that ball, takes it up the court, and is doing a step back three at 7'5". Never seen anything like it in my life. Never seen
Yeah.
anything like it in my life.
Well, to piggyback off you, Ja, I mean, there was it's things that don't show up on the stat sheet. I saw multiple times, especially like Cooper drive in and
Yeah.
just Wimby simply being there. He turns around. Like the first overall pick in the NBA has a wide open layup, but then
Right.
Wimby is 5 feet away and it's not even close to open. And
Mhm.
they turn around, they pass out. And those are things that don't show up on the stat sheet that but you can just see in film where it's like just him on the court is an
Yeah.
incredible impact on defense and like you said, offense. He can just take it up in 1, 2 dribbles, be at the rim.
Yeah. No, yeah. Yeah, now to like shift on just a quick note on the like Spurs front. Stephon Castle looked really good last night. The jumper's still, I think, maybe a year or two away from being like super consistent, but his athleticism, his court awareness, his playmaking and lobbing was perfect last night. Dylan Harper had a really good first game, in my opinion. Struggled early, but then found a groove. And it's so interesting too, because like if you were to pick a team that has a shot to like defend Wemby, it probably would have like to start before the season started, probably would have been the Mavericks. They have all the size, they have the athleticism. Yes, I know they don't have Kyrie, but I'm talking specifically just to, guard Wemby. You know what I mean? And he made every single player on that team kind of like play a shell themselves. You know what I mean? And it was just fantastic to watch. Going on to the Mavericks side of things, Ben's completely right. There's no way Cooper Flag can be Cooper Flag if he's running the point. That was I felt bad for him for the most part. This is a time to showcase your number one overall pick against a fucking alien in Wembenyama, right? And he wasn't able to because he's trying to play his first NBA game, dissect the defense. Like he couldn't get his. So yeah, I'm with you. I think you have to start D'Lo.
Yeah, I understand. Like, I'll say this: I understand what Jacob's trying to do. I don't think it's necessarily bad to like let him take the ball up.
Yeah.
But when you have D'Lo sitting there, who has years of experience in facilitation and the ability to go get that bucket when you need it, it's really important to have that. I'm sorry, 9 seconds and counting, 124 all in the game. Shea has the ball. 4, 3.
Double
Oh my
overtime.
gosh, dude! Shea missed a layup. Did you see that?
No, I'm not watching.
Dude, anyways, okay. Yeah, so, looking at it from that way, I think it's just best to use D'Lo right now and move Cooper back to that 3. I think they'll be able to succeed. I
Mhm.
understand it from kids' perspective, but at the same time, I he knows better than I, but at the end of the
Mhm.
day, he even said like you want to explore stuff and try something else. So hopefully D'Lo gets to slide in that one spot tomorrow against the Wizards.
Yeah. What's your guys' thoughts on this comment right here? Spurs need to move Fox. I mean, we saw the Spurs last night have a very impactful win, dominant win against the Mavericks without De'Aaron Fox. What's your guys' thoughts on them trading a player like De'Aaron Fox after just extending him to a full max contract?
Jason, go ahead and give your thoughts.
Well, yeah, my first initial thought is like I think there needs to be a few more games played before that happens. Again, Wimby had one of his breakout games, just the first game. We don't quite know what that's gonna obviously look like for the entire team within these next few weeks. So I think having such a guy like Fox is still really valuable.
Yeah.
But I do think that could be a really big trade opportunity for them.
Yeah.
But I do think there needs to be a couple more games played just to see, because just basing things off one game, especially with how we're talking about with the Mavs, Cooper at point guard, I don't think that was the Mavs' full potential. So it's kind of just really hard to say off that one game specifically.
Yeah.
But what's his return date?
I think he's out the first 2-ish weeks. It could be longer. Correct me if I'm wrong on that.
Yeah,
Chat.
I think he's a few weeks away, so nothing to be concerned about there.
Right.
That's one of the scary parts too. Like San Antonio wasn't at full strength. They didn't have Sohan. They didn't have Fox. They didn't even have. I mean, I guess it counts. Kelly Olynyk. I mean, like they were down a lot of guys, and they still went in there with who they had.
Right.
It went crazy. Just an update. Shea has 46 points going into double overtime right now.
Oh shit.
Woohoo!
46 points.
Wow.
So
Damn.
what is his career high? I think something in the 50s, right?
I think it's 53.
Something
Could
like
be
that.
wrong.
Yeah,
You think it'd be higher for someone like him who just always, but I mean, when he has those games, they're winning. Like he doesn't need to score more.
Ooh, I like this comment. Davis Jordan just asked, was the bigger issue in last night's game Flag playing point guard or the lack of bench production from Dallas?
I mean, for me, I think to be honest with you, I think the biggest problem last night's game, if you want to go solely off of like last night's game, is I think I think it's a little bit of both. I don't think Flag should be playing the point guard, but I also don't think the bench was bad, right? But I also think your main guys just didn't play well. I think you could chalk that up as just your main guys just didn't play well. Like, I love AD. AD came into the season and training camp a little out of shape. He still looked out of shape last night. He looked a little slow, right? Oh, what happened?
This game's just crazy. They're going bucket for bucket. Shea just went and one.
So I just think AD didn't look right from like a speed standpoint. PJ Washington played really well.
Yeah.
But when you have AD has to play the 4 in this offense and defense because all your best players are in the front court, it's harder to find a lot more scoring when Kyrie's out. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like Derek Lively, you can't expect him to go get you 20, right? It's nice if it happens, right? But it's hard for him he's not going to create his own shot like that. And I think when you have like a bench, I think the best thing would be to bring Clay off the bench, to be honest with you, as just a microwave, just shooter. But we all know how Clay feels about coming off the bench. Max Christie played pretty bad last night. Didn't shoot the ball too well, but I'm not worried about the Mavericks.
There's someone I want to address. Ryan Nembhard went in and played, let's see, 12 minutes. No, 16 minutes. He had 5 assists.
Yeah.
Like he led his team in assists in college. And I think in the preseason, Obi just slammed it. In the preseason, he also had a game where he had 12 assists and 1 turnover in the preseason. Yeah. So
he led the college last year in assists.
Yeah.
Gonzaga,
so I would say, like, from a backup point guard perspective, if we're like keep Flag out of the conversation, if you just go D'Lo and then bring Nembhard off the bench, that would be that take. Yeah. What are your thoughts on that, Jace?
No, I mean, I completely agree. When you have a guy like Nembhard coming in with just the amount of minutes he had and producing for other people, it's because the Mavs have some scores. Like that won't be a problem for them down the line. Right. So I don't know. This game is so interesting though. Like it's not only did the Spurs have 25, but held the Mavs under 20, or I
Mhm.
mean under 100.
Mhm.
It just, I don't know. But I do kind of think, I agree that having a guy like Klay Thompson come off the bench and being that like scorer could be valuable if you start D'Lo as point guard and
Mm-hmm.
move
Mhm.
Cooper down a little. But there wasn't much offense being produced with Cooper at point.
Yeah,
Like
no, there
Yeah.
there
was
really
not.
wasn't. There wasn't. So
Yeah.
I think Christie will step up too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, to
it's.
add, oh no, go ahead.
I'm sorry. It's a one game sample size. I
Mhm.
think tomorrow they're playing the Wizards. So
Overreaction. Overreaction.
yeah, assuming the Wizards don't go in there and shoot 70%. I think
Mhm.
Dallas is going to have a get back game. So
Yeah.
I think they should be fine. But as the season goes on, I think we're going to see more lineup tweaks from Jason Kidd. We're really going to learn like what this whole entire rotation is truly going to look like. So we'll kind of see
Yeah.
what happens. But Ja, I'll take it back to you.
No, yeah, I was just gonna like piggyback what you were saying. Having D'Lo and Nemhard off the bench together is kind of contradictory. Like you said, I think if you just start one of those, that could go a long way. Just for like, I think you have to start D'Lo. And then it gets kind of weird. Like, I think when it's all said and done, I still think fully healthy, even when Kyrie comes back, I think your best lineup is 80 at the 5.
Yeah.
Which sucks because you have two starting caliber centers on your team, right? So
Yeah.
it's like that's the only thing I would say. I know AD hates playing the 5,
Oh, he
but
does.
AD's going to
Yeah.
play the 5 until the fourth quarter, I think, to win games. Cuz you have to. At least
Yeah, yeah, he
especially
has
with
to.
Kyrie gone. You don't have enough offense.
Mm-hmm. No, very true.
I did like PJ Washington a little bit in that game though. I think
Yeah.
his few threes were good. He was aggressive, but I think especially right now without Kyrie, he does need to kind of step up more on
Mhm.
Yeah.
offense. He
Mhm.
can't score under 20 with this lineup.
Yeah. Well, and a
No,
guy
I
like
agree.
Najee Marshall as well, like we know he's a bucky. He only had 3 points last night. So like there's internal growth to be had with the team, and they're gonna be fine. I mean, like we said, what happened?
Wiggins just hit a three. They're up 7 now, so that's probably it. Shea has 51.
Oh my
Oh,
god. Yeah, I mean, like I said, like we're just overreacting, just raw sample size, like just one game, but it looked like Nemhard kind of took Jaden Hardy's minutes, which is interesting.
Yeah,
Thoughts on
I'm
that?
o- I'm I'm okay with it specifically because I want to just see Nimhard kind of thrive in this
Yeah.
role. I think he's earned it. He played well in summer league in Vegas, and he also played really well in the preseason. So I think
Yeah.
that was really just Jason Kidd saying, "Hey, why not give this guy some run and see what happens with it." But yeah, let's see
All right. The
what else do I
next
have? I don't
game
know.
I wanted to talk about was
Opening night, right?
opening night. Was if I can
oh,
find
that
it.
was a beautiful game.
Oh
Was this
yeah,
was
no,
this
absolutely.
Rockets Thunder game?
Rockets
Yeah,
Um
Thunder.
I think this game, it being the first game of the year, probably could be game of the year.
That's
Even
yeah.
by the end of the year, that game was absolutely phenomenal. Could have been a Western Conference Finals preview. Um, very interesting game on two fronts. I mean, the Thunder shoot so poorly and still win, and no Jalen Williams, and then obviously it's Katie's first game. Um, I think the biggest question and takeaway I had for the Rockets was they need a point guard. They need a
Mhm.
point guard quick.
hmm
Now they're not going to play OKC, the best defensive team last year and the year before, every game, right? But I think if this team really has true playoff championship aspirations, they got to start making some calls. They have some time, right? They have till February, but that was an obvious thing for me.
No, I 100% agree. I was talking a little bit with you about that, Jaw,
Mm-hmm.
and I think especially with the way Sengun is playing, and I mean
Oh,
we saw that in the playoffs last year with
mm-hmm.
Sengun, and just even the way um, he's playing, like he he's such an unorthodox player, but he's playing at such a high level, and with Kevin Durant, like that team
Yeah.
could be really unstoppable if they do have, I think, a true point guard, someone who a
Mm-hmm.
D'Angelo Russell type guy, just a facilitator. Like they Amen Thompson, it's almost the same thing with Cooper Flag.
Yeah.
He's not a point guard,
Mm-hmm.
and it kind of just shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for Houston, like there were also points in the game where like Şengün was getting the hot hand, right? And they were, I mean, Caruso was checking him at 94 feet with the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, oh, so he took it up many times during that game. And a lot of my Houston friends were so concerned. They were like, why is Şengün taking the ball up from
Right.
94 feet with Caruso on his back? And, you know, they tried to put in Reed to make it better, but Reed really didn't play that well.
He looked starstruck last night.
Yeah, the big lineup was interesting. I thought it worked decently.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I wished is that J-Dub would have played, so he would have gotten a full sample size of like, you know, what this OKC team is going to look like against Houston.
Mm-hmm.
But with J-Dub out, I like, you know, I'll give them the credit because this is still a championship roster. But, you know, J-Dub is obviously a massive piece to that puzzle. But I thought KD played decent. Şengün took the ball game over. There was just no doubt about that. Jabari had, I think, what was it, like 16 points, something like that.
Yeah.
16 points. You know, had a decent game. A lot to like for Houston. It's just it's unfortunate because, you know, I've been saying this, like, yes, by definition, Shea's final, you know, shot was a foul. But, you know, you hate to see double overtime games come down to the free throw line. That was my biggest critique. I like to see it come down to something else, but, you know, by definition, it's a get in the air, lean into the contact foul. All the best players in the league have done it, but you know, Houston definitely had their chances to win that basketball game for sure. Both in regulation and in that first overtime. So, you know, did all they could, but just did not come out on top, unfortunately.
Yeah, for me too. I mean, Şengün looked like that for what he did in Eurobasket's carrying over. Like he looks like he's taking the leap, and if he's hitting 3 to 4 threes a game, that goes a long way for a team that needed offense last year.
Oh yeah.
I thought Kevin Durant could have demanded the ball a little bit more towards the end.
Yeah.
I know Reed couldn't get it to him, but there was multiple times I think they went like 3 or 4 possessions and KD didn't even touch it. And like you said, Şengün's just posting up Alex Caruso at half court, and I'm like, okay, like what's going on here? Like they have nobody to get in their sets, and yeah.
No, yeah, I also do think a couple times there was when like Alex Caruso was guarding Şengün, he does need to get in the paint and just open up that offense because they're gonna collapse on him, and then that opens it up for KD. So I do, but it is hard. You know, they did open up the season with one of, if not the best defensive team in the league, with just all those scrappy guys. But yeah, if Şengün can continue hitting 3 to 4 threes, it's gonna be really good for them.
Yeah, 100%. And then like on the Thunder front, the champs just look comfortable. The other day they looked comfortable. Last night they seem like a team that just knows how to win basketball games. Even more than last year. Cason Wallace, I think, had a tremendous game. His confidence looks like it's on a whole nother level right now, especially with Jada being out. AJ Mitchell, I don't really know nothing about this guy. He was hooping.
He's good.
He was hooping.
He's good.
He was, and that's just scary for a team that was already the deepest team. Like they're adding pieces to it. Yeah, it was really.
And they didn't lose anybody. Like 1 through like 8. Like they, like they didn't lose any valuable assets at all.
The whole team is back, and like here's the funny part: like OKC even tonight, like I was talking to my roommate, they don't have Caruso, they don't have J-Dub, and they're missing Cason Wallace as well. And you know they're still finding a way to try and win this game. They're up 4 right now with 22 and a half left. They should win it, but it's impressive because like I've been watching, like Aaron Wiggins is stepping up. AJ Mitchell literally has some of the toughest buckets of these extra periods. Like, I mean, crazy buckets. And then like, you know, they're just finding ways to do it just like they did against Houston. So that's one thing that really stands out. It's just the sign of a championship team. And now we can call them that because that's what they are. So, you know, very impressive for them. I'm impressed with them so far. Yeah. Shea has 53, 8 and 5 right now.
Wow.
And this was supposed to, kind of be in their like rebuild phase,
Yeah.
adding all these young guys, and for them to, come out with obviously the best outcome, a championship, in their
Mhm.
so-called rebuilding phase.
Mhm.
It's a scary future for what
Oh
they could
yeah.
be.
They're years
Yeah.
ahead of schedule, and the thing is, like, so many NBA teams can take what they're doing and replicate it. They
Mhm.
took all of their draft picks and they drafted well. They didn't have to go seek outside free agents or get big money guys. They built it from within,
Mhm.
and their backbone is defense. And that is the most important thing in this new NBA today when it comes to
Mhm.
winning championships.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that take. Yeah,
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
speaking of defense, let's talk about a team that didn't play hardly any of it the other night. A
I have a
team I
lot to say
thought
about this one.
a team I thought got absolutely disrespected. I thought the Warriors absolutely made the Lakers look like a fool of themselves. They look far and away the better team. They look way prepared. They look like they knew how to get what they needed to get done. I know the Lakers went on a run in the fourth, but the game wasn't close. The Warriors look quicker than them, and they all got guys in their 30, 35 and up. They look quicker. They made more shots. They look like a team that's ready to win this year. They just look like a team that's built to win. And I mean, I'll start on the Lakers front as a
Go for
Lakers
it.
fan. Luca had 30 in three quarters and they were down 20 damn near. Luca, what he did, let me start by saying this. What Luca did the other night, he couldn't do last year. He could score, but the impact and him driving to the basket, he wasn't doing it like that last year. He's a far and away better player. And it's just unfortunate that this team built around him is just not going to be good enough. There's just no
Mhm.
way. You had DeAndre Ayton. That concerns me.
Yeah.
There's no lot like he's trying to bank layups and Luca wants to do the lob. You had Austin Reeves who couldn't get it going, who was in foul trouble to the fourth quarter, all the way through. Jared Vanderbilt is still 0 on offense, and I think starting Gabe Vincent kind of puts a weird flow on the game. Um, because you're asking Gabe to if Gabe's not hitting his threes, then he's not really that plus defender that you would expect. And yeah, I think this team they better figure it out quick because that looked like a team that needed a 41-year-old to play, and if you need a 41-year-old to, if you're relying on that, oof, bless your
Well,
heart.
and I think Gabe Vincent, from what I saw, he wasn't aggressive. Like, I don't know, he just was standing in the corner, like almost as a decoy. Is like especially late in game, and he even had Steph Curry block him from 3 point in the
Hmm.
late in game, and it's
Hmm.
like you just can't have that if you're Gabe Vincent or the Lakers. And I think Aiton wasn't even existent in that game either, on
Yeah.
defense nor offense.
Hmm.
Yeah, the way I look at it, I think it's exactly what we talked about in the Lakers outlook video, Ja. Remember
Hmm.
what I said about surrounding Luca with teammates who can, number one, hit the corner three, and number two, be a lob presence?
Hmm.
Those are the two things that they're sorely lacking right now. I think
Hmm.
Aiton can develop into that lob presence. That's just going to take practice because, like,
To be good enough, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
because like look, if you can do it with a 19-year-old Derek Lively, you can do it with DeAndre Ayton. I don't think
Right.
that's going to be a problem.
Right.
As far as the surrounding guys being able to hit the outside threes, that's going to take like making trades
Yeah.
because Dallas is a perfect example. They were missing some of those outside guys that could really hit the corner threes and go out on the wing and make a play.
Hmm.
Then you're able to bring in guys like PJ Washington and Najee Marshall. I'll think about the championship team. Derek Jones had a really great year from the perimeter when we went to the finals.
Hmm.
Um, who else? Everyone on their mama was
I mean,
hitting threes on that
Kyrie.
team. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Shoot, you bring in Kyrie, and then of course, then you trade for Gafford, and you have
Right.
Lively. You've got two bigs that can catch the lob. It was a
Right.
perfect combination for success. And what we talked about in that outlook video, and you guys who are watching can go watch that.
Hmm.
But what we talked about was he needs those kind of guys to truly succeed on this team, and he doesn't have those yet. I think Austin Reeves is a great piece. I think that I think Gabe Vincent's a great piece, but what they're missing is knockdown shooters from the outside and more of a lob presence because I don't think Jackson Hayes is that. I think Aiton can get there, but they're just a little bit behind schedule right now. And obviously, not having LeBron is not helping at all. I want to talk about Golden State.
Yes.
Now,
please.
I'm not going to lie to you. In our video for Golden State, I didn't really give them much credit. I was just like, they'll be like a 5-6 team, whatever. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that was just the Lakers being utterly horrible, or maybe it was Golden State just being Golden State. Because when I watched them play, like, they were dialed, man. Jimmy Butler was doing his thing. Steph Curry was doing his thing. And guess what? Believe it or not, Jonathan Kuminga was doing his thing, which is such a good sign for the Golden State Warriors. And then Draymond just looks healthy and ready to go. GP2 was doing this backdoor cuts. Al Horford was getting involved. It was just like, it was a full team. Oh, and then Buddy Hield is doing his, legendary every year, like, I'm going to be the best shooter in the NBA for the first 2 weeks, and then you'll never hear my name again act. So, they looked dialed. So I was very proud of them for sure.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Jay.
What?
No, go ahead, Jace.
Well, no, I mean, I was just kind of going off both you guys. And this comment, I think that the Warriors' chemistry with Jimmy Butler and Buddy Hield, Jimmy Butler makes Buddy Hield look like a all-star. I'm watching a little bit right now, and they're just play well together. And when you have a guy like Jimmy Butler playing the way he is right now, facilitating and scoring 31 points, it's the chemistry's there. And obviously, we don't even have to talk about Steph Curry. We all know about that.
No.
But yeah, that's just what I was gonna say. And then one more thing about the Warriors. Even though he wasn't much of an impact last night, Will Richard, I loved watching him play at the Summer League. I got to watch him courtside multiple times, and he's gonna be, I think, kind of a player like Buddy Hield, but a better defender. He's kind of just your hard-nosed guy. He's gonna hit the threes every now and then. He's gonna get you good 14 to 15 minutes with that team.
All right. So. No, yeah. I mean, for a team that was missing Moses Moody, Will Richard filled the role perfectly. His energy, like the stat sheet doesn't show, but his energy was contagious. He was flying around, getting tip balls, hit a corner three, had a nice alley-oop in transition. He looked really good, and that's just an additional depth piece to this Warriors team that's already so deep. The big person I want to talk about is Jonathan Kuminga. Kuminga a year ago, 2 years ago, he's not going grabbing rebounds. He's not making these. He had a dump off to Al Horford, and Draymond hinted at it after the game. He was not doing that last year. He draw the defense, dropped it down to Al, and it was a perfect deuce. If Jonathan Kuminga can play like that, and they don't have to trade Kuminga for X player like they want to, and they could find like a scoring guard, like a Jordan Poole type, like when they won, that changes the chemistry and the dynamic of this team tremendously, because Jonathan Kuminga looked amazing. He had a rough shooting first half, but he's the reason why I think they went on that run in the third, and then Jimmy capitalized off it. Like, they looked really good. They looked dialed in, man. I'm not going to lie. Like, Warriors look dialed in. Like, they look like they're ready to, Curry got hurt last year, but if Curry don't get hurt, we here. Like, they look like they was on that type of time.
Al Horford just hit a three. Like, their pieces are piecing together. I mean,
Aaron Gordon just hit another one too. My goodness.
Oh, don't even get me started on Aaron.
Yeah, Denver. Yeah, Denver's playing their first game of the season tonight. They're up 10 currently against Golden State. Curry just had a layup to cut it to 10.
My championship pick.
Your championship pick, yes, sir.
Well, that's another thing. We didn't even talk about Curry. You see how we just talked about the whole Warriors, and Curry really didn't get off like that?
Right.
Like that's the scary stuff I'd be talking about. Like, this is a team that scored 120, and Curry had I think he had a late three, right? So he had 20 going into throughout the game, and they hit 23. Like, this team, like, we all know what Curry gonna do. He's gonna have his 35s, his 40s, his 50-point games, and he didn't need it. They were in control the entire game without Curry being Curry. I think that's what's scary.
No, I agree. Yeah, I think, for this Golden State team, we always talked about like the matter of the health of their two superstars, and that's really going to be the most important thing down the stretch. But these role players that they have, man, if they can lock in and really just get behind this team, they're going to be scary, dude. Because that's what it's going to take for this Golden State team to truly be good. Is these role players are going to have to really buy in, and it looks like they are so far.
Yeah, no, they bought him for sure.
Jeez,
Um,
Al.
let's see who else could we get into. Oh, let's talk
Wait,
about Oh, go ahead.
am I behind or am I ahead for like what's the score for the Denver game right now?
Aaron Gordon just hit another three, 68-54.
Yeah, I'm way behind then.
Bro,
Shit.
Aaron Gordon's got 3 straight threes. My goodness. Cam is out there,
Who?
Cam Johnson's out there right now. And he
Hey.
just missed a 3. We could talk about yeah, exactly. This is who I want to talk about. This is my championship pick. Come on.
So next team I just want to like go through was Cavs and Knicks. Cavs were without Garland, who we'll get into that later. Um did Max Strus play? No, he didn't play, right?
No, he did not. He was in street
They're
clothes.
without two starters,
yeah.
Strus and Garland. And then Towns and Ananobi were game time decisions.
Yes, and
It was like a weird game for the most part.
I didn't think Towns was going to play because Sean says he was doubtful, and then then when I was watching Inside the NBA, and they said he was going to play, so I was like, okay, perfect.
Yeah,
that's another thing we got to talk about real quick. Like, how awesome was Inside the NBA last night?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Like, it was like it just felt good, man, because like they literally the only thing they changed was the ESPN logo, bro.
Yeah.
Like the entire show was the same, so I was so happy about that.
Well, and I think that's what a lot of people were worried about too, like what was going to change, and everyone kept saying like it wasn't going to change. Like ESPN kept saying, "Oh, we're going to let them do them," which you'll believe it when you see it type thing. So I was really happy they didn't touch it. They let the guys be themselves, like because that's what we grew up on. And then also the NBA being on NBC. I mean, let's
Ooh, that was
be
beauty.
honest. That was awesome.
Goodness,
That was
man.
awesome.
The intro to that NBC was like flashbacks, like that,
Oh,
like you said, we grew up on. Like that was just childhood.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's fire.
Yeah. Okay, we can go back to the game now, Joe.
I'm with you. Yeah. So the Cavs, kind of. I mean, the scoreboard doesn't do it justice. I thought the Knicks pretty controlled this game from start to finish. Donovan Mitchell loses his mind in the third and scores 21. But I think for me, this game, and I don't know if it wasn't clear last year, I think this team's engine is Darius Garland. We saw when Darius Garland wasn't out there last year for the Pacers, this Cavs team's completely different. And I know they didn't have Max Strus either, but I think what Darius Garland, his downhill penetration, his 3-point, like he's the engine of this team. Like he makes this team go. And I think it was just showed again last night.
Yeah, he's a great compliment to Mitchell.
Yeah, I think outside of Mitchell last night, the Cavs were just not there. They kind of looked like they were all kind of just shut off for the night. They had a lot of guys out there. I think Proctor got minutes. Zoe and Dean Wade and
minutes.
Yeah. Did Lonzo start?
No, he did not.
He came off the bench.
Yeah, I thought outside of Mitchell, it was really just Evan Mobley, and then Merrill was hitting decently, but then outside of that, I was like, there just wasn't much there. They definitely missed Garland's production. This Cavs team is going to be, and I'll believe it when I see it, team. Because this is a team that needs to desperately win in the postseason because they have just not done that since they acquired Mitchell and drafted Mobley, and have really put this roster together. So that's really going to be the key for them. But, the key also needs to be like, they got to get Garland back to start winning games, man, because Mitchell can't do it himself.
No, and Lonzo was kind of nowhere to be found on the scoring side of things. He was getting his assists, but especially without Garland, if they want to win those games, like against teams like the Knicks, Lonzo needs to step up on the offensive side, in my opinion.
No, 100%.
But that's your championship pick team, Cavs?
No, my championship pick is actually the Knicks.
The Knicks.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just think they're poised for a run. And like, they didn't really do anything crazy special last night. They just won, like that's what I'm wanting from them. And here's the biggest thing. They won against an opponent that's going to be up there in the Eastern Conference, like at probably the number 1 or the 2 spot. So I was really proud of them for that. So yeah, very excited to say they are my championship pick.
A valid take.
If not even championship, I think a lock for the NBA Finals out of the East. Let's go ahead and
Okay.
answer this comment real quick from Davis. Will a weaker Eastern Conference cause us to see a higher volume of 26 and or 2027 free agents traded at the deadline? That is a great question.
Yeah, Davis, that is a good question. I think for me, if this is here's what we got to remember: the play-in being implemented makes teams all feel like they have a chance to make something. So a lot less teams are selling as before. Like if you're not in the top 8 or around there around trade deadline, you're going to blow it up and you're going to tank. Now there's a lot more incentive for being midish, right? So I think in times before where we would have saw like massive sales, I think teams will be a lot more conservative on doing that. That being said, I think this could be a good deadline for multiple fronts. One, this is a really good draft, like really good draft. And then two, the East is so not the West. I don't want to call it bad because there's still good teams and players, right? But it's not the West, and it's like somebody got to finish 10th, right? Somebody got to finish, 9, 8. So it's like, are you gonna blow up your team and you still could be ninth? Like that doesn't get you anywhere in the lottery odds. Not, but I think we'll start seeing a lot more teams trying to teeter that line and kind of trying to hope to get the luck like the Sixers and Mavericks got this past year, where you can be like a play-in team, where you could jump into that top 5 lottery pick as well.
Yeah, I think the weak Eastern Conference has been kind of hurting a lot of teams for years. And one of the things we addressed a lot in our Eastern Conference videos was the fact that a lot of those teams stuck down there in the 8, 9, 10 spots are quote unquote stuck, which means basically not only are they competing at that spot, they're staying at that spot year after year after year, right?
Right.
So in order for them to get out of those spots, you have to make that decision of like, okay, do I want to be mid and get it to the dance every year? Or do I want to try and blow this up and see if, we can trade some of these free agents that are coming up and try to get assets, So I do think in general, we're going to see a high volume of trades this deadline. We always do. I cannot think of a trade deadline that has been dead in the NBA. I feel like the NFL has dead NFL trade deadlines, but the NBA is never that way.
Last year was crazy with the trade
deadline.
Like,
Believe me, I know.
Like, that I think shocked everybody during that time.
Yeah, that was quite the evening. I'll just say that. But I not even that one. I feel like on top of that there was the De'Aaron Fox deal, the 3-team trade, and then the Jimmy Butler deal. So many just like crazy trades that happened, and I do think if things don't go well in Milwaukee, we talked about this, that could 100% be on our schedule in February.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, or Giannis still looks like Giannis late in his career. I mean, to be fair, he did play against the Wizards. Didn't have much defense. Wizards have a lot of young guys, like Trey Johnson and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, I think the trade deadline, again, like you said, in NBA specifically, is a lot more hectic than the NFL is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who are you guys' top picks though? For the East, like in the Eastern side,
So I think we basically have the same. I think he has Knicks going to the finals. I don't dispute that. Cavs are up there. Me and him both like the Magic and Hawks. And
Atlanta, what was that?
We gonna get into it. I just want to talk about
what was that?
This was the biggest shock to me of the night. This right here, and then I want to get into that game. Because I mean, for me, I got a tweet saying Clippers are down 30. And I'm like, hold on, who they playing? Utah. I'm like, oh, Ace Bailey must got 30 at the half. And it turns out, out of all the positions to go off, it's where the Clippers are strong at. It's at center. Right. And I'm like, this is crazy. And the Jazz just had a really good game. I really didn't watch the game, to be honest with you.
That boy Bryce Sensabaugh.
I saw Sensabaugh had a good game. I saw Kessler. He hit 2 threes, which if that's real, if that's real, the Jazz are gonna hate
Bye-bye.
that they didn't pay or give him an extension because if he's already one of the best rim protectors in the league, he's led the league in blocks since he's entered the league. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't know what to even say about the Clippers. I didn't watch it. Kawhi had 10. Um, yeah, didn't look
Yeah,
good.
I think Chuck said it best. Kawhi's got 2 jobs. Uh, uh,
Yeah,
and on a serious note, I mean, we talked about this. The Clippers are a team that has, done a lot of roster turnover. So I feel like this might have been the same thing as the Dallas Mavericks of like you've got a lot of new guys playing together for the first time.
hmm
So, they just needed to gel. I mean, I can name a few of them like, Bradley Beal,
hmm
um, Brooke Lopez, Chris Paul,
hmm
um, Kobe Brown has been there, correct?
yeah.
Man,
No, no, no.
where's their bench?
This is it. The Batum, like this is it.
There's got to be there had to be some dudes out. Well,
No,
Norm Powell's not there anymore.
because you got traded.
Yeah, no, I
I think they
swear I
had
thought he
higher
was.
expectations for Kobe Sanders too, just
Yeah,
based off his preseason games. I mean, coming from a guy obviously who's watched him play at UNR,
Yeah.
he I don't know if they were kind of expecting a lot higher hopes for him in my opinion, and he only got 4 minutes. So
Yeah, I mean, they had their bench. They had John Collins, Batum, Brooke Lopez, Chris Paul. I mean,
Chris Dunn.
like they had their bench. Like this might be one of them games where you just throw it out the window. They could win the next 15. I wouldn't be shocked. You know what I mean? But I was like, oh, they really weren't ready to play. So I'm sure this game
yeah,
might bite them in the butt. But let's read this comment. Besides AJ Debanza, who we anticipate at the top of the 2026 draft?
that is definitely a jaw question.
I mean, for me, let's see. We got Cam Boozer from Duke. I love Cam Boozer. Darren
Mm-hmm.
Peterson from Kansas. Those are probably your top echelon players. What's the kid from Tennessee? What's his name? There's a kid from Tennessee and a kid from Kentucky that are projected to go super high as well.
I'm not gonna
Uh,
lie. I'm not like until college basketball season starts. I could not tell you, man.
I'm the
That,
same way.
that's one thing. That's one thing I need to get better at is college recruitment. Because I only know like the really big names. I am excited about AJ though, and the Boozer twins. They're going to be really good. I feel like um, just being raised by
oh,
Carlos and just the way they
mm,
play.
Nate Ament at Tennessee, 6'10" forward, monster player. He would have went. He probably would have went 3 this year. Um, at the time of being 3, like I think BJ probably should have went 2 now. I mean, as this taping, right? But um, yeah, Behini, he's a monster. Tadu Yasafu, he's from Baylor. Oh, he's gonna be a monster. He's gonna be an absolute monster on the wing as well. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of wings in this draft. Um, I think AJ. I think it's his to lose. I think what he does
Yeah,
from a pure size and ball handling standpoint is what every NBA player wants. I also think it kind of depends who has the number one pick. Like if the Jazz get the number one, they're for sure taking
oh
AJ,
my
right? But if
gosh, yeah,
the but if like if Portland has one, I wouldn't be surprised if they took Darren Peterson because they might have lost some faith in Scoot. So it's just like
yeah.
just depends. Just
Hey,
depends.
Jace, you were at SBC, correct?
So not SBC. I was actually it's called VSL.
Yes. Okay.
So I was an intern for the
Okay.
summer league.
Did you get a chance? Were you in the room when AJ and his dad came
I
at
was
all?
not.
You were
That
not.
was only SBC.
Okay.
They got a little more. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jai. You guys had to you guys had to pay for that program, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so they got a lot more things with that. Like they had a lot more people talk to them, a lot more former and new
Mhm.
players doing that. So yeah, no, unfortunately I didn't get the opportunity to be in the
Yeah.
room with them.
But the reason I asked is because when him and his dad came in and spoke to us, I was thinking, okay, this is cool. But then
AJ.
his dad said, he's a his dad is his agent, which I think is the coolest thing in the world. It's like, look, if you want to, if you want my son to play for you, you got to go through me. And then, not only being able to share like who AJ is as a basketball player, but also enlighten us on like how he raised his son, what his values are with his son, and like the way that they're going to do business when they get into the league. It's just a very rare thing. It's a very cool story to follow. It'll warm your heart. That's one of the reasons I'm so excited about this kid. And then also just the fact he's purely just fantastic. And I also just think he's a good human being, man.
Yeah.
So, I'm definitely excited for him. But yeah, you two would definitely know more about like who's coming outside of that than I would at this current moment.
No, he's gonna be a
showed
monster
up for all of those summer league games. Like he was very apparent to making a name for himself already. If he's already the biggest name, but he was one of the other interns. He was getting trained. Like he was in the gym. He was putting up buckets during that whole process too.
That's awesome.
That's something that media and a lot of people don't see as well. Is that he's always training.
I mean, I'd credit his dad too, because I think his dad made him like this workaholic athlete, and it's really paying off. I mean, he's such a great, like Ben said, he's a good guy, really good player, born in Massachusetts. Dad was a cop. Really, just really good guy. I'm rooting for him personally, not only because I met him personally now, but like I just actually because of that, because I got to see a little bit more.
Of him,
so
it was fun.
He's a Celtics fan too, which is interesting.
Oh, that's awesome. We have a little bit more time left. Let's address the Hawks real quick.
Yeah.
I have to say, man, like shout out Marcus Paul real quick because he's a Hawks fan. What on earth? Like I was on our Hawks video going, dude, this team's gonna be able to do it all defensively. They've got the guys to do it, and they allowed the Toronto Raptors to go in there and drop 138, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, like I was like
team that we thought they would be too.
And then they've got the Raptors head coach in the locker room, like just going absolutely crazy. I don't know if y'all saw that video, but he was having a dude.
Oh, he almost knocked people out.
Dude, Scotty Barnes looked like he was afraid for his life, bro.
Multiple people did. Yeah, that was funny.
Dude, yeah. There's I literally like I have the picture on my phone, bro. Like Emmanuel Quickly was 10 in there, bro, and he was like afraid for his life, bro.
Oh god.
It's the most hilarious thing in the world. But like, just addressing it, like shout out to Toronto for playing well, but like Atlanta, what in the world? I just wasn't expecting that kind of performance defensively.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I mean, I definitely wouldn't have picked the Raptors to beat the Hawks, but I think the Raptors do propose some like real challenges for the Hawks. The first being Trae Young, if he's gonna be on the court. The Hawks got a bunch of wings. They're a really big team. Or not the Hawks. The Raptors have a bunch of wings. Like they have a really big team. And like you saw, RJ was getting Trae in the pick and roll, attacking him off the dribble. I really liked what I saw Scotty Barnes do offensively, just distributing the ball. He looked really good. And this is just an interesting. I mean, I had this team. I said they're probably going to be the 7th seed, the Raptors. I'm kind of liking that take a little bit more now today than I did when I said I thought it was a little bit crazy. But they look like the team that, is trying to like win. It doesn't look like they're trying to lose. And shout out to Grady Dick. He looked like he's about to take a leap this year offensively. He looked really good last night.
No, for sure.
Yeah, I didn't watch too much of that game, so I don't really.
Yeah.
But
just take a look at the scoreboard, I guess. That's all.
No, it's
somehow that's all it takes.
Like, is Trae Young still a liability on defense? Like, is that still the story?
Decently, yeah.
And the idea was behind this team is that they can mask a lot of that with all these switchy forwards that are 3-and-D. But I mean, at the end of the day, if he gets isolated, he gets isolated. And let's start trapping the short corner. Like Trae's not gonna get taller. You know what I mean? Like that's just the way it is.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Well, all right. I think that concludes. We're gonna go live in the coming days. We're not sure if it's gonna be tomorrow or Saturday, just to keep talking about the NBA, what's going on. But that's gonna conclude tonight's live. Like, comment, leave a comment in the video. Give us your thoughts on your biggest overreaction or take from the first couple days of the NBA returning into action. Please follow new social media followings on Instagram and Twitter. Wherever you get your podcast, that is available now on Apple, Spotify, Amazon as well. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
One,
Go ahead.
one more thing.
Mhm.
We're also going to send out a kind of a questionnaire form on Instagram pretty soon, just like asking like what you guys would like to see in the videos, what kind of
Mhm.
stuff you want us to talk about, what you want us to do. We would appreciate your ideas, so pass that along.
Mhm.
Also, make sure, like Josh said, you subscribe to the YouTube, follow us on Twitter, X now, and Instagram.
Mhm.
Yeah, just keep you guys involved. We're definitely going to post. Oh yes, and the season outlook videos are not all there yet. We're missing 4 videos still.
Mhm.
Those will be up soon. We'll have all 30 teams up there. They are also going to be in a playlist. I believe the playlist, you have access to that right now with
Mhm.
all 30 teams. So if there's a team you want to go watch that right now.
Mhm.
But we're still missing 4. Those will be up by tomorrow. And we'll add the descriptions and everything and make it look neat. Life has just been, kind of busy lately, but we are,
Yeah.
me specifically, I'll try to get those up as soon as I can. But the project is finished. I'll announce that on Instagram when those are done. But that's all I've
Cool.
got.
No, I appreciate that. Just one last thing. I just want to thank Jace for coming on today.
Absolutely, bro.
Giving your thoughts and everything. I'm sure he'll be back. This was like a little trial and he passed. So
Oh,
Yes,
he
sir.
he's
passed. Oh,
definitely
he's
gonna be
so
back on the
passed.
show.
No, I
Um,
appreciate you boys for having me, making room for me, for real.
Dude,
no,
for
yeah,
sure.
of
Anytime.
course. Of course. And
You're
then
now officially a member of the warm-up fam.
yeah, and then when Jace gets his podcast going, what's it gonna be called again?
Cookies and the coach, me and my
Cookies and
mom.
the Coach. Him and his mom's gonna be a dope podcast. She played collegiately and he played collegiately as well. It's just gonna be a dope podcast. So when that comes out, we'll have the description of that below. And yeah, I just want to thank you guys all again. We'll be going live. The NBA season's back. We're all happy it's back. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Peace and stay safe.
Have a good one.
Yes, sir.